event is the Merida Bikes Trans Wales. It's basically a 7-day-long stage event. We're doing a slightly different concept to a lot of other stage events in the world by combining linking stages, which are basically long distance rides with special stages, similar to a car rally. Those special stages, and we had one of those stages this morning, are basically off-road time trials. The social aspect of this event is completely different to a lot of other stage events. As they're riding with each other for the biggest part of the whole week, they're making friends, they're supporting each other, they're having a chat, they might stop for a nice picture. If you go to another stage event of a similar kind, it's racing every day from start to finish. So the main thing people focus on is that how fast they can get from A to B. If they then would pass a nice waterfall, as an example, they wouldn't stop and take a picture, they just race past. This is different here. So we're actually catering for the people who probably want to see what Wales can offer as a cycling destination. At the same time, that's the idea behind the special stages. We also cater for the racers who want to say at the end of the day, I came first, second, third, etc. It took place in Nant, Arian, which is one of the many trail centres you can find in Wales. So they're purpose-built tracks, so there's lots of swoopy single tracks with little jumps and berms and whatever else. The idea is, because we have teams as well as solo riders, that we're obviously trying to find out who's actually the fastest amongst them. They compete against each other, but they are time trials, so they get set off in 20 or 30-second intervals. And basically race as fast as possible around the course given. Basically what we're doing on the linking stages, we're giving people a time frame. So for example, if they have a 70-kilometer distance to cover in the day, they get 6 hours to do that. That normally brings probably 70 to 80% of the field in without any problems. The people at the end, I might overstep that timeline, get a penalty. So there are not properly competitive, but you can't sit around the grass and wait for something to happen. You still have to put the effort in. From Nant to here today are 72 kilometers. We're giving people 6 hours to complete that. It's kind of based on a 12-kilometer-an-hour average. I believe that the leading group probably came through an hour and a half before that, because obviously we're going towards the end of the week. Lots of people are tired, they might have little injuries, etc. We might have, I think, 10–20% dropping out, coming in outside that given time frame, but we're talking 10 minutes, you're talking maybe half an hour, that's it. I think you have to be fairly dedicated cyclist, if nothing else, to do this, because you're riding 500-something kilometers in 1 week, and in particular with the conditions we had this week, that's no walk in the park. You will have the endurance riders who literally do one event after the other, and cycling is their main thing in life. On the other hand, I get the impression that a lot of people here who have probably fairly stressful jobs make probably fairly good money in their jobs, and thinking this is actually one thing for a kind of a holiday where I get away from everything, a real challenge. They've probably conquered lots of things already in life when it comes to their working life, but this is basically the next step up. I'm sure if you go to, let's say, the Trans-Alp, people are not going to kick each other in the bushes, but their focus is different. Here you will find lots of people who, because they've got a number board, and they know is some sort of a clock is ticking somewhere, that means they go hell for leather. But majority, even the good guys who would probably, I know, come in over the line in 4 hours, even if given them 7 hours, they still take a notch or two off to enjoy it. They ride with each other. I mean, we normally have the leading group in the open male solo category, for example. They all ride together. They literally come in 30 seconds, maybe a minute apart from each other, if that, or even in a big group. Because in the end of the day, they figure after a while, there's no point killing myself. You might as well have a good time, and they probably push it still because they're all racers at heart. But they're not killing each other or themselves in those linking stages. Cross-country racing is not everybody's cup of tea because it's very competitive. This is more like a taking part and kind of achieving your own goals, like a marathon running perhaps is for most people. So I think when it comes to participant numbers, this is where it's at.